Alright, we might be back now. Let me bring Twitch up and see. We're live again.
We're so good. We're so good. We're so good. We're so good. We're so good.
Okay, we're hearing weird.
Are you still dropping frames? Are you still dropping frames? Are you still dropping frames?
I'm getting this weird echo. Like you say something, and then I hear it again a little bit softer, then a little bit softer. You say something, and then I hear it again.
Do you have the stream on?
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
It's 100% what it is.
Okay, I've cut the stream off now. All right, we seem to be back on though.
Woo!
Yay!
So if anybody was with us when it went out and is still here, we're having technical difficulties. Apologies. And I don't know what was causing it because my connection doesn't seem to be fluctuating over on this side.
Weird.
Yeah.
Could be just your ISP being stupid.
It's possible. But like I said, I did that little speed test, and it's actually twice what it usually is. So I don't know.
That's even more suspicious.
Not really. That the local power company is putting through fiber internet around here. So the cable company is like trying to up their game. For $20 more, I can get like 400 megabyte download speed. So apparently they bumped me from 100 to 200 without telling me. I don't mind.
That's how they get you.
All right. So he gives you the name Min Lee.
Okay.
And gives you, tells you kind of what neighborhood she's in.
Mm-hmm.
Tells you, her and her husband moved in to Olympus, while it was being built, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
They were not here. They were not here for the attack that destroyed the surrounding communities, but
right. Okay, he'll make note of that. He's like, well, we can go visit them tomorrow. Thank you. He'll pat the tree. It's like, I'll get you some peaches tomorrow.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so
Guess that's the plan.
what are Tellarius and Connor planning to do tonight?
Not die.
Tellarius.
Yes.
In case it matters to you, and he'll pull out his phone and hand it over. I had my clone in a tree nearby with recording equipment that was being sent to my phone, everything that they heard. I'm not sure how well the quality would be, but if there's something there you can use.
Let's find out. You can go send it to the phone or send it to the computer. There you go. Thank you. And they'll go futz with that for a little bit.
Okay. And like I said last week, the two guys show up, and there's the occasional little talking between them, but not much of anything. It's mostly just the sounds of like hammers, like they're prying up boards and hammering boards back down. Them boards aren't hammered down anymore though, so it probably doesn't matter. That and he's got some footage of them showing up and walking into the house.
Sure. Tellarius will go to the anonymously show like take a screen cap or like an audio snippet and send it to one of the news stations that has been like just completely shitting on the band, and we'll send it to like just like an editor or something there and be like, I've got the whole thing. If you stop smearing the what do we call our band? I fucking forgot.
Ignis Eternum.
If you stop smearing Ignis Eternum.
I feel like I came back at a weird time.
Delirious is trying to bribe one of the local news stations to stop smearing y'all by saying he's got footage of the explosion.
Mm-hmm.
But he's doing it anonymously, so they'll never know it was y'all trying to bribe them and leaving y'all alone.
Yep. They're good at, double checking. They have fans.
They have OnlyFans.
No, that's Delirious' mom.
God damn it. Yeah, that's what they'll do. It's just a dummy account that they can go back and look at.
Okay.
A dummy email and all of that good stuff.
So by the next morning, you got a message back from whoever it was sent it to that. They need some idea of what it is you've got. I mean, do you film the explosion of the house?
Were you in the explosion of the house?
I've got whatever Connor sent me. So like, the audio.
He recorded the house pulling up, the guys getting out, getting some bags out of the back of the car, and then walking into the house.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the visual stuff, and then there's all
that's the visual, and then he also has the audio. So he would have had the visual,
and the audio was mostly hammering and like you hear boards prying up, you hear hammering with the occasional "pass me this" or "pass me that" or.
No, so he was also recording. The clone was also recording during their talk in there. So he also heard the guys saying, "Yeah, we good? Everything in like a 50-foot radius."
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. So that's more what they're. They would have had that little snippet like, "We good? Okay, everything within." That's what they would have sent.
And of course, the conversation between Delirious and the other.
Yeah, Delirious masking their voice, but yes.
Because I think Sheep's Clothing lets you voice band recognize.
It's just they're just I don't have in Sheep's Clothing. They're just
that good.
They're just lying about this whole situation.
I thought you had in Sheep's Clothing.
I do not. That's what I get is my metamorphosis from being part of the thing.
Yeah, they're willing to make that deal.
Okay. I will send them the video, and then I'll send them the audio.
Scrubbed of all of our metadata, I hope.
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I'll fate bind them to that.
Do you have to be in person to do that?
I don't know.
I don't believe you do.
To the books.
Yeah.
The books. Why do we gotta have books?
Why?
This is why I DM games that are like one-page RPGs.
That's a mood.
Books are gonna ruin education. Which I've heard is actually a Socrates thing. Because then you don't have to memorize everything, so it's gonna ruin education. Alright. Fate binding.
Let's see. Fate binding.
It never says anything about being in person.
So you can only do it once per session, though.
That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Solaris isn't fate bind very often, but if this gets them, I want to like do it almost like a Fey contract binding contract.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You're pulling a shin on them.
Yeah.
Alright.
And hanging out with
thing or two
Connor.
from- Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hanging out with Connor too, but you're done,
Um,
and then it turns and they go, "This is a thing Connor would do."
Um,
Somewhere for no reason, Connor's like, I'm pleased.
Yes.
so they'll send the reply with both the video and the audio, and the message will say something to the effect of by downloading these by downloading these
Data.
images, this data, you hereby promise that you will no longer smear Ignis Eternum from here on, from now on.
Okay.
And
Now, is
I
there a
will
role you have to make to enforce that fate binding?
I
I know there's some kind of role you make when you're fate binding objects to yourself.
No,
Alright.
that's to get a milestone.
Oh, I see.
Fate binding, you just spend XP.
Yeah, once per session, you may acquire a new fate binding at strength +1 from a minimum of 0 to regain 1 point of legend. You and the story guide must work together to decide on an appropriate fate binding condition and story guide character to be fate bound. This can be a new character if no exit characters seem to fit.
Oh.
So then you have to decide if they're an imperiled fate bind, an apprentice fate bind, a balm, a boon companion, a canary/martyr, a jinx, a nemesis, a paramour, a rival, a traitor, or a worshipper/unrequited paramour.
How much XP do I have to spend?
Is that for people or items?
That's for fate binding a relic.
Gotcha.
Fate binding a person is different.
Yeah, fate binding a person, you get 1 legend back for it. But that's the thing, is you are also fate binding a person to your fate.
Yep.
Meaning they are now involved in whatever fate has to do with you.
Yep.
Meaning they are now firmly in the
They're in the
crosshairs of Gaia.
Hey
They
guys,
were
we have
already-
new Violetta.
They were already in the soup. They're just on our side now.
Yeah.
That sounded more like the Canary Martyr.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Canary stumbles right into problems a Scion might otherwise miss or blunder into. Alternatively, this condition can represent the martyr who is ready and willing to sacrifice for the Scion.
Well, let's see. Nemesis.
That was Violetta.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, have we heard anything when her funeral is?
It's been like 1 day. No.
It's been 2 days.
That's fair enough. But it's also an ongoing murder investigation. That's going to be some delays there.
Fair enough. Oh, shoot. Are they doing anything super important right now?
Ooh, the traitor.
What's that?
Sasha is not really doing anything at the moment, I guess.
Okay, I'll finish up with this, and then she's gonna go hunt down that one guy's wife, the driver's wife, to tell her about the gift in the closet.
Also, we'll say from reading through this, it's being fate bound. Like the tellers, they're a fate bound to the Scion, and then these are just like conditions that they might have.
Okay.
Like it says, imperiled. Some external force has put the fate-bound character or the relationship itself at risk. This condition is normally applied by compelling a role condition, but the story guide may apply it in other instances to generate plot or bring a neglected character back into the story.
Okay.
So basically, those are like whatever their condition might be.
All right. So the person you made this deal with is fate bound.
At what strength? Oh no, you just do it at strength +1. Okay.
Yeah, because it's current episode.
Yeah. And then you can keep
Reinforcing it to bump it up and up and up.
right.
Just turning the screws on him.
Like
Yeah.
I
Well,
finish
the strength is basically the duration.
yeah.
So if you were binding them to the one episode, that means they wouldn't smear you for the rest of this session.
Yeah, but however, from the sound of that, you want to do it at a Fate Binding 4, which is for the series, which is basically the length of our game.
Well, current season. I mean, current season would probably work as well.
Either one. Strength 5. Last even beyond death.
Like that one dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That means this guy's in hell and can't talk bad about you.
They'll finish sending the email, and they'll look at Rakana like, "Hey, I just fooled you." Click.
What did you do?
That's concerning on so many levels.
Why did you pull a me? What did you do?
I got the one of the news stations to stop shit talking us.
You formed a Fate Bind via contractual obligation, didn't you?
What? What are you, Sherlock?
Well, I'm Shin.
Sure. Yes. Yes. Contractual
I've-
obligation by sending them the
By terms
juicy footage.
Yeah,
Fate
so
binding by terms and services.
yeah,
They didn't even read it. They just clicked it and went on.
they just scroll. Well, to
Scroll
quote
through.
to quote a rap I was listening to yesterday, you scroll to the end just to get to accept.
Man, think of what demons can do with contracts using that method.
Yeah, like see, it was
Demons and Fae.
it's the terms were presented in full to inspect. You scroll to the end just to get to accept. It's how that little bit goes.
It's pretty good.
But
I'll link the song later.
now, of course, it's only one station, but
That's
How
still one station. That's not.
How many stations does Olympus have?
well, they got an
How many-
ABC, an NBC, a CBS.
Violetta was one of them.
Let's see, they would probably have
Was
all your major networks are gonna have an affiliate here. Because from here, they'll probably broadcast to most of this area of the state.
Mhm.
Question.
Mhm.
Now that Violetta has passed, how is her news station handling our coverage?
They have not talked about you all that much since she's passed. Like I said, it's only been a couple days.
Yeah, but
It's fine.
that's something
I'd rather them
Sasha
not talk about us.
will keep an eyeball on that.
yeah. Now that I think about it, with her gone, they might flip.
Something for us to worry about even more later.
Yeah, that's true.
It's gonna be a shame when we have to burn her station down.
She'd
Again.
understand.
She'd understand. Ow.
I'd like to think she'd understand.
Oh, jeez.
Sasha ever practical like she's dead. She doesn't care.
Just stone cold.
Alright, so Sasha was gonna go talk to the driver's wife, and the driver's name was Robert something.
Did we give him a name?
Yeah, remember his name was Bob?
Oh.
Which was, short for Robert. I was pretty sure I'd written down his last name as well. Not that it's terribly important, but Stevenson, maybe?
Sure.
Anyway, his last name was Robert, that I'm sure of. he didn't give you his address, so.
She could figure it out. She has a Telarius.
That's true. True. Hilarious could probably pull it up pretty quick.
I love that. She has a Telarius.
She'd be like, "Look, I'm trying to do something good. Could you find the address for?" And she'd give the guy's name. Worked with Violetta. Was the driver.
Sure, I'll white pages it, I guess. I think it's white page because yellow page is for businesses.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
How long has it been since you used a phone book?
Me or Telarius?
You.
Yes.
Me? It's been like
1
5
week.
years.
It's not as long as I was thinking. All right.
I used to. I mean, you didn't ask what I was using it for, but you know.
But yeah, just a little bit of research, and you managed to pull up his address.
He's over
Sure.
here.
Thank you. I'll be back.
Be safe. Take
I'm
the caution
taking
out.
smoochums.
Good.
You want a clone?
I'm good. I'm just gonna
Okay.
go. I don't plan on getting in any confrontation. Find something wooden to knock on. I'm just going to go pass on a message and
Mm,
come back.
mm,
What? I haven't been stabbed in like 3 missions.
For a good
got
reason.
shot yesterday.
Oh, I did, didn't I?
Yes.
Shot is not stabbed, though.
It's still piercing.
Voice in the sky has a point there. Shot is not stabbed. It'll be fine.
Nope. He'll pluck out a hair, make a clone.
God, I don't need a babysitter.
No, but the city does.
Oh. Come on, Smitchums.
And the clone will walk unnoticed and follow her. And keep her in a vigil as well.
Oh, Smoochers was all about a walkies.
Oh yeah, in big menacing dog form. Sasha not looking like Sasha.
All right, you exit Telarius's spot. Still the protesters out there.
She
They see
refrains
you.
from
They see the
flipping
big
him off.
dog, and you see some of them get into a heavy discussion as you're walking off.
And just shrugs and keeps going.
Is there any stray dogs around here?
I'm sure if you poked around, you could find a stray dog in the city.
Okay. Just because Connor.
Now, this is the nicer part of the city, so you might have to spread out a little bit.
Oh no.
Let's say Connor looking outside. Imbue a legend off-screen action.
Oh no.
Stray dog happens to be coming by.
Okay.
Walks up to the protesters and just hikes a leg on one of them.
Yeah, there's a kind of kicking, and several others that were standing close to that guy spread out. The ones further back, out of range, are laughing at it.
And then the dog will leave.
A legend will spin. Your father would be proud.
Connor
only
realizing
spent.
just what this can do. He's like,
It's only spent if it has long-lasting implications for us.
You're right.
Otherwise,
Imbued.
it's imbued.
yeah.
She just hoofs it to the other side of town to that address.
That's a long walk.
Yeah.
But you've got nothing else to do for the day, so.
That she knows of, yeah. She wants a long walk to clear her head. It's been a weird couple days.
I don't know how well it would work to clear her head, though, considering she's anticipating this awkward conversation the entire time.
She's queen of awkward conversations.
It's true.
Hi, I know you just died, but can I ask you a couple questions?
Mm,
Here, let me move you. Let me get your jaw here. Okay.
I would rather you not. I would rather not. All right. Turn on the blade. Okay, I'll talk. All right, but you walk over. You know, you get into it's kind of kind of to the northeast, not as far north or east for that matter as the Rubicon, but
I should get nachos to bring back.
But it's a little residential area. Not super upscale, but it is individual houses, not apartments. Clearly, driving for Violetta paid pretty well.
Sasha's like, that's what I'm gonna do when all this is over. I'll just be a driver for somebody.
Who did she wind up driving for? Raw. She's piloting the barge for him.
Her mother is so confused.
probably.
Well, it's sunset. That giant snake ship. There it is. Right on time.
Yep. It goes up.
Did you really?
Yep, shave and a haircut. No one can resist the shave and a haircut.
The door cracks open. You see where there's the little chain latch thing. Yes.
Walk gun pops out.
Squirt gun.
Hello.
No, it's just a really long knife. Just poke. And the door shuts.
Knife on a stick. I told them I wasn't gonna get stabbed. No. He would have given her his wife's name, correct?
Correct.
She'll
Don't ask me
use
what
it.
it
She'll be
is,
like,
but yes.
she'll use it and just be like, I was sent here with a message from your husband. You can look at me like I'm crazy, but while you're looking at me like I'm crazy,
Are
in
you
his
still
closet.
not looking like Sasha? Or are you literally gonna be some mysterious woman that walks up, tells her this, and walks off? That she wonders the rest of her life who that was.
You know what? She'll have dropped it when she got up to the front porch. But while she's like majority of her walk, she's looking like somebody else.
Yeah.
And Smoochums is of course not looking terrifying. He's just a dog.
My husband
Before-
died.
My deepest sympathies and apologies. But he spoke that there was a Christmas gift for you in his closet, hidden. He thought you would enjoy it.
Yeah, I assume you tell her about under the floorboard and all that.
Yeah. He said he was hiding it from you. He'd already gotten it this year. I'll wait here if you wanted to go look.
She shuts the door. You hear the lock go.
It's over at Smoochums. Pep, 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 pep.
It's several minutes later before she comes back. This time she just opens the door. When did he tell you about that? And you can tell she's been crying.
After he had passed, I'm able to speak with those that have passed.
At that point, she kind of looks at you. You see a little recognition in her face. Oh, yeah, you're one of those.
Yes.
Okay.
He loved you very much, and out of everything he spoke of, he wanted you to know that.
Was he able to tell you anything about why it happened?
Unfortunately, it was a case of wrong place, wrong time.
They were after Mrs. Violetta, I guess.
Unfortunately, yes.
Do you know who was after her?
You may or may not believe me when I tell you, but agents of higher pantheons.
What did she done to get that kind of attention?
We're not entirely sure. But we're going to figure it out.
Well, I hope you can punish whoever's responsible.
Punish them, bring them to justice, send them to an early grave after a little bit of time wishing they were already in it.
She's like, that all sounds like the same thing to me.
She'll give the lady the number for her burner phone. If you need anything at all,
Thank you. Just
give me a call.
If you finish this, whatever this is, if you could let me know.
Absolutely. I'm sure it'll be obvious when it's completed. But I'll call you and talk
I'm
to
just
you
picturing this
personally.
poor lady waking up one day, Olympus is in flames, the bodies were like giants are laying all over the place. Huh. That lady must have wrapped that up. Nice.
Yeah, that whole situation must be done with.
But she thanks you and shuts the door.
And hoofing it back across town. Making her way back across town.
I suppose Folk Connor was watching all this from across the street or something.
If you said anything, you're muted.
Yes, he was.
Okay. But yeah, there's no incidents because, Sasha don't look like Sasha, so.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you walk back across to Dolaris' place, or do you go back to yours?
Redisguise herself. She might by her grandparents' house and then back towards Tolarius's, because they're all of them are there.
Yeah, it's true.
Like the band is all there. And since there's been attempts on 2 out of the 5 of us.
Well, Jane's not there. She's still dealing with her classes.
But still. Since there's been attempts on 2 of the 5 of us. She's, power in numbers.
Which is why Connor followed her.
To the air as she's walking away. See, I didn't get stabbed.
Yet.
So you go by your grandparents' place, which is, of course, above their floral shop. The shop is open.
Thing.
Yeah, the shop is open.
Any protesters?
There's a few people kind of loitering around. None of them are holding signs or really protesting per se. And they're not like right up at the door. It's just a few people kind of standing around the general area.
Uneasy. Sasha comes in not looking like Sasha, but her grandparents are probably kind of used to that.
You walk in the door. Your grandmother looks up. Oh, welcome to the shop. And she sees the big dog behind you, and then she gets this look like.
Just nods. Hello. Yes, it is.
Ah. So there's nobody else in the shop, so I guess you can drop that.
Just for paranoia's sake.
Okay, just feels weird talking to you when you're not you.
Okay, fine. She'll at least drop the face. Her hair might be a different color.
That's better. It's not so bad with Smoochums.
Dog making alligator noises. Totally fine.
Absolutely. At least you're not pitting scales then.
Oh, they're nice. They're smooth. They're cool.
They're room temperature.
Anything going on around here?
No, not really. Been a relatively slow day, I guess. Have you gotten into any excitement today?
Is it the same day that the explosion happened, or is it the next day?
Yes, that was up earlier.
I thought the explosion was late in the day.
Uh,
Because we had
it
the
may have been
morgue.
afternoon, so it may be like 6 o'clock or so now.
Oh, just typical stuff.
Oh, that's typical. Wait, typical for you or typical for typical people?
Yes. I'm uninjured. Everyone in my band is intact.
Is this something I'm going to see on the news?
Probably.
It won't have our names attached to it.
Well, that's something, I guess.
We're just continuing to dig to the bottom of it. Eventually we'll hit bedrock. Connor's still following her.
Did he
Yes,
come
he
into the
is.
shop or stay outside the shop?
Honestly, he probably walked in as looking around at plants.
All right.
He's still in his walk unnoticed
Hmm.
mode, though. So he is unnoticed.
Yeah. Her grandmother would notice him. Her grandmother's trivial. That means powers work on her great.
Yeah, I know!
We're well aware.
Speaking of, she's just gonna kind of look around with a magic-y thing. Nothing's pinging magic-y, right?
No.
Okay.
I mean, nothing other than, your
The
stuff
usual.
or Connor's stuff or,
Just wanted to check in. I mean, we're keeping as a group just power and numbers kind of thing. Or they'll wipe us out all at once. Who knows?
Sure, me and your grandfather can't talk you into, like, moving off?
I don't think it would help in this case. Whatever it was followed us to Pompeii, to Belgium.
Yeah, but if that's because they're doing something here, if you left here, maybe you'd fall off the radar.
But I'm still tied to the band.
That's kind of your choice.
Just slowly, a pair of eyes just from behind some plants.
Look, I don't want to fight about it. I'm just worried about it.
No, I understand. And if there was a way that I thought I could get out of it, I would consider it. But I have a feeling I'm already ankle deep. Well, not ankle deep. Way deeper than that into all of this.
All right.
I can promise you I will do my best to keep safe, and I can promise you that as a group we're trying to do our best to keep each other safe.
All right. See that you do. I've outlived a daughter. I don't want to outlive a granddaughter.
Their ghost did follow back. They might be around somewhere. Weirder things have happened.
That's not the comfort you think it is.
Oh, I know. I know it's not. Sasha's like, they might be around somewhere. If
You say that, your grandmother's eyes cuts over to the sage.
They're not. There's no ghosts here. I can tell you that.
Oh, okay.
Weird ass monkey over there by the philodendrons.
Did you actually say that out loud?
No, she didn't.
I was about to say, because I'll play into it. I'll do it. Give me
No.
an opening, I dare you.
Nah. It's like, I'm going to get back. I just want to check in. If anyone starts giving you trouble, let us know.
Oh, I will. He's come by. Your grandfather's off getting some, gone off to pick up some stuff, so he'll be sorry he missed you. But
I'll call him later on. Or I'll swing by tomorrow.
okay. Yeah, she basically said so. Yeah, you can come by for dinner.
Yeah, she'll.
After the shop closes.
Yeah, she'll just plan to come over after dinner.
Okay.
Or for dinner.
As you leave the shop,
Oh boy.
you notice somebody. There's still some folks loitering around. One of them is playing on their phone, and just ever so slightly kind of turns to follow you.
Walk unnoticed.
I'm about to say, Andy, currently walking unnoticed, Connor will come up and see what the hell he's doing on his phone.
He was filming Sasha coming out of the shop.
She doesn't look like Sasha at the moment, so.
And then when she does the whole unseen thing, it's like he looks up like he lost, like he blinked and then lost her. And looks around and says something, there was somebody else with him. Hey, where'd that lady go? And his buddy's like, I saw her come out, and then I, wasn't paying attention.
Dang.
And the guy with the camera walks off and is looking down the alleys between buildings.
I'll say before he does that,
Steal the phone.
Clone Connor, since he's there, appearing to blend in, is like, yeah, that's weird, isn't it? As he does not look like himself either.
Oh, so you saw her step out too, and then did she jump down an alleyway?
You never know with them. You're trying to get like a good video of her or something?
Yeah. Well, there's been rumor that some of those band people can, change their shapes or whatnot, and we know the folks that own this points over the phone. We know the folks that own that shop are related to her, or related to one band.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And she's got a pet, and that lady had a big dog. Which, if you're, doing illusions or whatever.
Wasn't her pet some weird crocodile thing, though?
Yeah. But if you can change your shape, you can probably change animal shape.
That's fair.
I mean, it's just... Well, it's just rumor and theory going around online.
Gotcha. Okay. I should keep up with this stuff more.
So what brings you around here?
I'm honestly curiosity. I'm kind of new back to the city. Taking care of some family that have been a little on edge lately. So I figured, I'd come by, live with them for a while, kind of help out until things calm down.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, stuff's gotten weird in this town over the last year or so. And he kind of goes into, having two bands run around. One of them seems to be pretty legit, but the other ones are a little. There's something a little sus about them. They're always out of town when really bad stuff goes down, and
I see. Is it every time bad stuff comes down, they're gone?
I don't remember for sure. There's been so much weird stuff happening. I don't remember for sure. Over here, he gives you a web address.
Oh.
Yeah, there's like a Discord. Some of us are on. Yeah,
Oh, you mind if I can get an invite to that too?
Oh yeah, sure.
As he'll use one of his own dummy accounts to get access to that.
He goes, yeah, it's just a bunch of us that live here in town that, we're kind of keeping tabs on them, trying to figure out what they're actually up to. So, like I said, we're staking out, the flower shop here just in case that one comes by to visit her. I don't know if it's her parents or her grandparents. They're old. They're pretty old. They're probably grandparents or something.
I mean, I don't know. My parents are pretty old too.
Okay. But I mean, he's like they've been here with that flower shop forever. So
Oh, okay. All right. Thanks for that. I'll definitely look through this and try to get a little bit more caught up on current events.
Oh, sure, man. Just be careful out there. Like
else,
I said, stuff's weird.
No, yeah, of course. Nothing else to help protect my parents,
Mm-hmm. That's all any of us are really interested in. Is trying to keep the city safe.
Yeah, they're getting a little on in years. Sorry, I'm so used to doing this in my debate class in college. Mind if I play devil's advocate a little bit with you?
Oh, sure, man.
Sure. So you said that something weird happens whenever they're gone, right? This other band, what are they called?
Ignis. It's something in like Latin.
Oh, okay.
Which is kind of pretentious.
Disasters would have been so easy.
I fucking told you guys.
Well,
gotta be able to market that shit.
Maybe this is just an outsider's perspective to the city. Of course. It could be that somebody is setting them up. If it's happening every time they're gone, that's a little circumspect. I mean, if it happened like once or twice, I could definitely see that. Don't get me wrong. But every single time without fail, that's a little odd. Like I said, outsider's perspective.
Well, I guess I see where you're coming from. But it could also be that they know something's coming and, they get out while the getting's good. They want the celebrity of being, we're a band protecting the city. But, if something bad showed up, it's kind of like, we're just going to step over here.
Well, that wouldn't last too long then, would it? I mean, eventually they'd be forced to leave if that were the case. And
you'd think so, but with that other band here to actually take care of the stuff, I mean, maybe, I don't know. It's like we've got one good band and one band of slackers. I don't know. I mean, we got, if you get on the Discord, you see we've got a lot of different theories.
Oh, okay.
On what should be going on. There's a few folks that talk kind of like you. But...
Gotcha. I understand. Thanks for the brief talk. I'm Sam, by the way.
No, he shakes hands. I don't know. Cody. His name's Cody.
Oh, you have a good day.
Oh, you too, man.
And while Connor is doing this, how much attention is this man paying attention to on his phone?
He was looking down at it when he sent you the little invite and all that. But for the rest of it, he's pretty much looking you in the face and talking to you.
Okay. So as Connor's walking away, while Walk on Notice is still active, I'm going to use my light-fingered knack. His phone's in my hand, and no roll necessary. And then he will just disappear.
Right, that's easy enough. So he shake hands with you as you're leaving,
Mm-hmm.
And as he's just slid the phone into the pocket, you just walk by kind of casually, right out of his pocket.
Yep.
You now have a last generation iPhone.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
If Polaris is a dragon, their horde would be used cell phones.
Just like tech that at one point was just really the most hot thing.
They've got a Moto Razor somewhere.
Oh man, I probably still have mine.
And
I still have my Nokia brick.
Probably still works too.
Yeah.
My second one though, my first one did actually die. I left it on the roof of a car.
Well, that's your fault.
Yeah. It would still sort of light up, but it wouldn't work.
You play Snake on it.
For his phone. Anyway.
Yeah, and Connor will vanish, basically, as he will re-stealth himself by just blending into the crowd as he leaves.
No, it wasn't like a huge crowd, but yeah, there's enough people you can.
Yeah,
Kinda
he's
get out of
basically
sight.
he's basically Assassin's Creeding his way through the crowd to vanish.
And then trying to parkour up a building.
No, he wouldn't be doing that. He'd just nice casual walk down the street, as looking around.
Jumps into a haystack.
I can't actually do the thing here because desk, and I've already, dented one with my skull today.
Poor desk.
Legit, it's just this moment of just work ticked me off so badly that I just metal desk right in front of me, just wham, and just the desk went.
Boss walks by. What happened here? Your work environment. Your work environment happened here.
I need to use that.
All right. So while they're doing all that, Tellarius and Robert. Robert, you have finished patching up his armor.
It is new. Appreciate it. They'll put it back on.
It still smells faintly of explosion, but
it's just the singed little bits will never really go away.
And that slight whiff of C4.
That's he'd be like, yeah, it'll give it some character, make it look like it's been pretty good, well used.
My future partner better enjoy scars.
I'm sure they will enjoy it just fine.
No, we're just vibing here. We'll keep I know it's only been like I've only just sent the stuff, but I'm still flipping through the news outlets to see if they have used what we got, what I sent them.
No, certainly not yet. But you start hearing like somebody banging on your door.
Like, is it like urgent banging or is it like?
Yeah, it's like bang, 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 bang.
Okay.
And then bang, 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 bang.
You want me to get that?
Yeah.
All right. Real Connor will go over and look out the peepholes he was there.
There's a dude standing there, bang, 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 and there's like clearly more. You can only see so much through a peephole, but there's clearly more people standing behind you.
Okay. Oh boy, it's people. Be prepared.
All right.
Connor
Don't let him in.
Connor will crack open the door. Look, I was like, yes, can I help you?
As soon as the door cracks open, the guy pushes up against it to try and push through.
Connor just keeps his foot hooked behind it. Because epic strength.
Yeah, epic strength, and don't you have something where you're hard to move in addition to that?
I do not have that anymore.
Oh, okay. That's
right. And because we're not on ground level, it wouldn't matter anyway.
Gotcha. But yeah, the epic strength alone, that dude.
Yeah.
He kind of bounces off and stumbles back as his buddies were like pushing up. And all three.
All right. Can we help you?
There's some shouting now. You see, there's actually quite a crowd in the hallway. Tellarius, if you glance through the crack, you see the like desk attendant from downstairs. It's kind of in the back of this crowd, shouting at them. They've got to get out. And you see where they have they've clearly come up the stairwell and not the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I can't understand all of you when you're shouting, so what can we help you with?
You need to explain yourself. Where have you been? While and they rattle off the siren thing and the usual complaints about you guys, basically.
Okay, well, let's start with one question at a time. Who's first?
Let's see.
Are we entertaining these people?
It's either that or Connor pops his visage great and terrible and sends them all running. And he's not going to do that right now.
Let's see. This would be social. So I would roll. Let's see. Empathy could work. Persuasion could work.
Can I say, since the dude bounced off, and this could be, hold on, make sure here.
Oh no, he wants to use his strength.
Building
to
bonds of
persuade.
camaraderie, basically, or intimidation, considering he just bounced off the door without Connor so much as budging.
Could
use
definitely
might.
intimidation more than bonds of camaraderie.
And Connor is, oddly enough, I have points in integrity, so
It's hilarious.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, give me a roll with that, with your integrity and your. Well, I don't know if integrity would be, because as if you can get them to be quiet and actually listen to you in some manner.
Would that be more of like a leadership, a sort of presence of?
Yeah, actually, and you've got command, so yeah.
Leadership presence.
All right. So use might and leadership.
Yes, in this instance, I will, because part of what you're doing to get them to listen to you is the fact that they tried to get physical with you, and that really, really didn't work.
Okay. I'll go ahead and use our last momentum just in case.
We did use the momentum.
We
don't
used
have
all
Yeah, we
of
haven't
these.
gotten any more momentum.
Oh, that's right. You ever used it? Never mind. Okay. I apparently didn't tick it off. Okay, so 3 successes.
All right, well, they got 2, so you know there's some mumbling and muttering, but they calm down. Not everybody is shouting at once, and you've got kind of the guy in front seems to be kind of their spokesperson.
Now that you're calm, he'll lean back. Hey, Talarius, you want to answer their questions? I got him calm for you.
Oh, thanks. I didn't
You're
see
welcome.
that come in. Okay, let's get this impromptu anime. Let's do this. They have their GoPro on just because it might be funny this way.
Yeah. And then Connor will, he'll kind of step out, just sort of like lean up
Just
against
sort
the
of like-
wall next to the door.
The
Back.
bouncer.
He won't
Yeah,
have his
bouncer.
arms crossed. His arms are like in his pockets, so he's not doing because arms crossed are traditionally like defensive, kind of aggressive posture.
Sure.
Remember your marvels.
Yeah, so he's putting more of a relaxed posture, and it's like,
Monkey Man is in de-escalation mode.
yeah, and then he'll lean back. He'll sort of look back and tells like, "Go on, man of the people, wow him." And I will imbue a legend to use celestial title.
Oh, okay.
You have a +2 enhancement on pretty much everything to do with social stuff with people now.
Well, he's like calming them down, kind of something this I would have eaten a fig too. So
So
Okay.
that would have also given me a +2.
all the enhancements.
Remember your
All right.
enhancements max out at +5 though.
Yes. That's why I'm not blessing myself.
Good.
Yeah,
Nobody wants to see that. He's in a house robe, blessing himself.
But yeah, in this
Okay.
case, this will
House robe and leather jacket.
So
It dressed up.
everything that has anything to do with being a people person, this will give you a plus. That title gives you a +2
Sure.
enhancement for it.
All right, let's start here, I guess, and they'll point to just like the person who was actually knocking.
He wants to know why it is you always seem to be out of town when the weird stuff starts up. Well, after that street gang stuff, anyway.
Up the street gang stuff. So
He
So
will-
are we just going to-
Actually, come to think of it, y'all didn't. Yep, let me see. Y'all didn't hang around and talk to the police when y'all finished off the Alpha Dogs.
uh-huh.
Did you talk about it in the interview with Violet or with Violetta's people later?
We did, yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so they know about that. So yeah,
And-
he gives you credit for having taken care of that gang.
I'll say, and it was also noted
All's good.
that all's good. That we went to All's Good to deal with the town
Hunt.
essentially very nearly being eradicated completely.
He didn't bring that one up because that's out of town.
That's all's good. They don't give a shit about all's
Fair.
good.
Well, there's people from All's Good still in the city though.
Mm.
So anyway,
If
If that
you're out of
comes
town
up-
when the werewolves attack, you're out of town when the sirens attack. He doesn't call them sirens. He said when those people start disappearing by the waterfront.
Yeah, it's funny how that keeps happening, right? It's like something or someone up above our station is dragging us away for some purpose. And this last time that they did it, they just fucking lied to us. I'm not mad about it as you guys are.
Come on, man. They said in the news thing that you got one of you got a note from your dad. You don't know your dad's handwriting?
Since that was Connor's,
Yeah.
can he pop in real quick? He's
Yeah.
like, well, to be fair, that was me. My father's never written to me before, so I had no way of knowing. He once we got there and I showed it to my dad, he basically said, I didn't write this. Somebody pulled you away from the city, probably on purpose. And then we came back as soon as we could once we figured that out.
We've literally exhausted resources to get here quicker.
And have you caught any of the sirens? Or he's again, you caught any of the critters that were grabbing people?
Yes, actually. And sent them away. You ain't heard any
like they could
disappearances lately, have you?
You mean you? So you told them to leave, like they couldn't just come right back?
They can't, is the fun part. Because if they do, then they know what they're coming for after. Findings are fun.
What about? Why did that lady leave those poor people on that one beach to die?
I have a little bit of knowledge of this kind of
Sure.
stuff. How much do you know about magical compulsion?
You just get a blank stare from like everybody in the front row.
Okay. Essentially, it is something that kind of overwhelms the mind and forces a particular action, like being, the classical story about sirens being enthralled by a song, for example. If any of you know those mythos.
And you see several people in the crowd start nodding. Okay, they, the sirens singing thing. Okay, they got that.
Right. There are some stories that have since then been substantiated, as we found out, that sirens are also capable of inducing terror in their voices as well. What we found out happened was they figured out that our other band member was there and forced her to run, as well as the person she tried to save.
All right,
Because
so
Telarius looked absolutely nothing like Telarius at that
that is
point.
true.
Correct.
So he's playing into
Give
that.
me a subterfuge
Manipulation.
manipulation, because you're working in a lot of actual fact, but you're also lying to him.
Yeah, absolutely. This would also be the one that will probably screw me over too. Huh?
No whammies, no whammies. Remember your marbles.
Yeah, I would say I will imbue a legend to give myself a brief blessing on this too, just in case.
All right, how many legends have you got access to? Because you've got clones running around.
The clones don't take a legend.
Yeah, clones don't take legend.
I thought they did.
No.
That one is using walk unnoticed though, so that's
okay.
one.
Yeah, that would be one.
I have one imbued for the celestial title for Telarius.
Okay, and this would be your third one then.
This will be the third.
Okay.
Okay, dice.
Ooh, the crowd likes rolling tens.
Yeah, my dice probably won't.
Not when you say that.
You gotta talk nice to him. 3.
Yeah, it's 3 in total.
Do you have
The
any
crowd
general
also got
enhancements
3,
from...
so-
Oh, that's 4. No, sorry, yeah, right. Staff, so 4 in total.
Okay, crowd got 3, so they're not. You don't know that they're completely buying it, but they seem a little bit calmer. They're like, okay, well, there's some reasoning there. Yeah.
I mean, for example, I can do something similar. I won't turn it on long enough to force you all to, like, flee in absolute rutting terror.
Oh my god. This is
But
gonna be a shit show.
I'll say, if you all demand an example, I can do it. That's all I'm gonna say. Because I'd rather not invoke it on you all if I don't have to.
Please don't send this crowd of people screaming in terror.
That is not the plan.
They all talk. There's a quick talking amongst themselves, and one guy volunteers to let you hit him with it.
All right, and Connor will look at
Everybody else kind of shields their eyes.
Connor will look at him and was like, I just want to be sure. Are you 100% certain you want me to do this?
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
asking
absolutely.
your consent.
You get the impression he doesn't believe you can actually do that. That you can actually freak him out with a look. But yeah.
All right. Then he will use that third legend to very, very briefly use Visage Great and Terrible.
You sure?
And
yeah. You sure? Yeah.
And it's just sort of like his presence just kind of changes. He suddenly, like, it's sort of like this man suddenly feels like he's just in the presence of this massive, like, colossal predator. And he'll hold it for all of like 2-3 seconds before pulling it back.
There's a much higher squilled pitch than you would expect to come out of a man this size. And even when you turn it off, though, he's still just like, he turns and he just, not a dead run, but a very quick walk. I gotta go.
Nope.
And he just,
nope.
Somebody grab that man.
And then he's just straight to the stairwell and back, starts heading down the stairs.
Anyone else?
Connor actually looks like he's feeling bad that he invoked that kind of reaction, but the guy, he did clear it to make sure the guy.
The man was literally asking for it.
I want everyone here to remember, he literally consented to that.
And I feel bad that I did it, but he did ask.
Anyone else have anything else?
They're
We
kind of
good?
looking. Talarius, give me a roll since you've been helping talk him down. Let's see how
Sure.
effective it was.
Manipulation, persuasion.
Yes.
All right, I finally get to use my
Marvel,
dice.
Marvel.
And
I'm not doing a Marvel. I'm not, because I already have a +4.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Never mind. I forgot you had...
yeah, but so you get that. Yeah, you get that +2.
This is also my highest dice pool that I never get to use in this game.
Do it. No whammies, but do it.
Blow it the fuck up.
Hey, plus
7
7
successes?
successes.
Man, I was all ready to give you momentum if you flubbed it too.
No, if they flub that, that'd be 3. I think that's their specialty.
Yeah.
That is their
All
specialty.
right, so the crowd's got 3 to resist your persuasion, basically, but
Sure.
but you've got 3 just from the dice, and then what was it? 4?
Plus 4.
4
Yep.
enhancement you were up to. So
I'm up to 7.
There is just charismatic as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
you haven't turned the crowd into like your fans exactly,
Sure.
but yeah, they're a lot calmer. It's kind of like they barged in and demanding an explanation, and you kind of gave them an explanation. They're kind of like, well, it's
I mean, you
still
you
it's like they're just kind of feeling awkward at the moment. Well, we really came in to
Hey,
to,
look,
to,
I don't
to bitch you out.
I don't have any ill will. I understand you're frustrated. We're also frustrated. We're trying to find these people that are pulling us away from you, for lack of a better term. And we don't like it. We like you guys. We genuinely do.
I mean, this is my home. I want to see it safe.
And you see some guys at the back of the crowd kind of start to spurt. The crowd's breaking up, but it's breaking up from the back. Of course, first. That's
Sure.
easier. As they're drifting through the stairwell, you see there are a couple of police officers in the stairwell. and there's just two of them, so they're kind of like, if the crowd's breaking up.
Just like, guess I don't get to brutalize somebody.
Well, it's kind of like,
Oh,
should we arrest them? There's an awful lot of them still. And the situation's de-escalating, so but yeah, gradually the crowd sort of breaks up. Nobody
It started firing.
Nobody apologizes for the commotion, but
No apology needed.
and when it's fairly thinned out, the police step up and ask you if you're okay. If
Good.
by the time the desk guy, he's over there also checking on you. He had called the police, and they'd had an officer outside keeping an eye on the crowd. This was a crowd of the protesters, basically, that had come in.
Yeah.
So he had called back up. When the backup got here, they'd run up here. But by the time they got up here, they heard the tail end of the conversation. So they're like, okay, it's calming down. So
Protesters are free to protest. They just got a little unruly, but we settled it.
The guy that mans the desk says they don't have the right to come protest inside the building.
Oh no, I agree with that. But they had some questions they wanted to ask, and they got around to it eventually.
Yeah, one of them took my key card. He didn't give me my key card back. He starts running down the stairs. And what you find is, basically they'd come barging in. One guy just walked by and kind of snatched his key card to open the stairwell to get up. And the police tell you, if you want to press charges, we could grab the security footage of the place and try to find the people ringleading it. But
No. We should be fine here. I could find them if I wanted to. They're probably just going to be back in the front of my building anyway.
Okay, well, they have a couple extra officers outside the building the rest of the night to make sure things stay calm.
Appreciate it. They're just doing their civic duty, except for this part. But we took care of this part, so we're good.
All right, they'll head back down.
Thank you.
You and Connor turn around, walk back in. Samuel's just standing there with some popcorn.
Connor immediately flops on the couch. I can't believe that worked.
I'm so glad as they close the door. Does the door have like a dent on it or something?
He was pounding on it pretty hard, but not hard enough to really damage it.
Okay. They'll just check that real quick. Okay. I'm glad to see imposter syndrome isn't just hitting me.
This is the day Talarius realizes that they have clearly I have the skills to form my own cult.
They've been known that. They're a social media influencer. They've been known that.
Yeah, and Connor will recall the title back, get his legend back. Whew. I think I might have just covered the whole siren thing too. At least giving y'all an alibi.
Yep. I wasn't sure how I was gonna get my way through that one.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I can help. I'm good at lying.
So am I. I just don't know when it is an appropriate time to lie and when it is an appropriate time to tell the truth.
Yeah, it's hard for me too. Oh, speaking of, and then he'll go over to Talarius's back window as a hand comes up with a phone and then vanishes. Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you, Thing.
Talarius, here you go.
So last generation iPhone.
Oh, this is from one of the people outside. Outside. Also, and he'll pull out some papers. Like he'll pull out his burner phone that he has the dummy account on.
Sure.
This is this website and active Discord access that all the protesters are using, as well as the website that they're using to sort of communicate, basically. Have fun with this treasure trove of information, my friend.
It's hilarious. Blank face.
What?
They're still
Hilarious.
processing the phone, and then like, thanks. I guess the processing has hit me the most, huh?
I mean, you're way better at this than me. I wouldn't want to try it. I mean, I did swipe a guy's phone, but
I'm gonna look at the recordings of Sasha.
Doesn't look like Sasha to you, but you know, it is a person. It is.
Just
However,
recording
Recording
around.
Scrooge does look, or Smoochums rather, does look like Smoochums' dog form. So
Sure, I know what that looks like.
and the recording starts, and it's just the front of the building.
Mhm.
But you can hear the guy presumably the one holding phone, and a buddy of his talking.
Mhm.
About how that dog. I think that dog looks like the dog. And apparently, there's this whole theory that Sasha is some kind of shape changer.
Oh, wherever would they get that one?
You know, they've been trying to figure out. They, as in this group, has been trying to figure out, you know, ways to identify her. And they started noticing the dog. You know, it looked like a monster at one time. And now this woman has been, you know, different women have been seen leaving Sasha's apartments with this big dog. But the dog's always the same.
Mm-hmm.
But it's different. It's always different women. None of whom anybody sees later or can find living in the apartment. You know, living in the apartment building. When you check the Discord here, there's this whole Discord dedicated to trying to figure out. Not just you guys. They're pretty focused on both bands.
Ooh.
Most of the conspiracy stuff tends to involve y'all.
Yeah.
The Varangians is almost more of a fan site kind of thing for them.
I'm going to post one of the weird videos where they're trying to where they explain that, where it's like at the front door and they're talking about it, to or just a random Twitter alt account that I have. And I'm going to make a knack roll for Rumor Miller. And I'm going to basically talk about how much of a piece of shit this stalker is. That he just, how dare he? This is, you know, people can't walk with dogs anymore. What the fuck is wrong with people? I will put forth technology and manipulation.
Okay. Give me the roll.
I just need a success. That's a success and then some.
To really pick up, yeah, you know, and they start talking about the creepy stalking this and that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, in the video is her coming out of the flower shop and he's following.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like, you know, just a random car breaks line of sight for a second and Sasha's gone.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, does Walk and Notice work on machines?
Yes.
Okay.
Like any example they give for it, like includes the machinery, so yes.
Okay.
The thing about Rumor Miller is that it makes its way to that person. That's my goal with this.
So yeah, by the next day, he's like, "Oh crap! Somebody stole my phone and put this stuff up."
1 sec.
Luckily, the video didn't have like his own face in it, just his voice.
Yeah, but a quick technology roll could probably find that information.
Oh yeah.
Could totally dox this guy, but we won't.
I'm not going to dox the guy. That's rude.
Yeah, no.
I could, but I'm not going to.
We're not going to.
Just gonna dime him out as a stalker.
Yep.
Which isn't exactly what he was doing.
Well, we didn't even give this
kind of.
guy's name, though. Unless people really know his voice.
But it gets back to him, so he's aware.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, you do have, you know, some selfies on his phone and stuff. So you do have other information you could work with since you've got his phone.
Yeah.
But
I'm not going to.
no,
Just letting it. I'm letting that go. I'm just making sure that he knows that we know.
he thinks
Connor
thinks
and-
everybody knows.
Connor internally, yes, my criminal background is coming into play.
I lie, I
Um,
cheat, I steal.
Get out of
Okay,
my
Eddie Guerrero.
head.
Okay, Eddie Guerrero, chill out. Yeah, that's how Hilarious is spending their time. Just making sure that people who are being weird,
Or being called
I
out
think
for
there
being
would even,
weird.
yeah, and then I think even a part of it would be like, even if this person is a shapeshifter, like you think, like it doesn't give you the right to do that. You don't just get to do that to people. That's weird.
Maybe that's why they're changing shapes. They're terrified of you.
Take the hint.
All right, so Sasha would have gotten. So you were heading back to Dolaris's. So yeah, as you're coming in, there's like
It's a crowd of
a
people.
crowd of people kind of drifting out of the stairwell.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Double timing it up the stairs. Smoochums in tow.
And some of them look kind of bewildered, like this did not go as I expected it to go.
I saw that going differently in
Well,
my head.
they were making a really good point. I mean, you saw that one guy.
Okay, there's no bloodshed and everyone seems to be intact. Okay. Gets back up. Probably just knocks on the door because of
Hilarious' fight or flight kicks in.
Connor
followed by it's me
Oh,
opens door.
opening the door.
Hi, protesters / rioters, kind of.
words work sometimes.
Yeah. I also gave you an alibi. Coming in.
Yeah. Shifts back to self as flops onto sofa.
Connor flops. Basically,
Hilarious just sees a
sits
pinkish
down.
string between the two of them. And it's like,
What are you humming over there?
nothing. Continue.
Oh, but yeah, the whole siren thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave you an alibi for that.
Okay.
Basically, you were kind of magically compelled by the voice of the siren to flee while you were trying to save the one random towns member that also ran with you.
I'll take it. Thank you.
And when they seemed a little kind of not buying it, I did offer to use my own variant of that. They talked amongst themselves. One guy agreed to it. I made sure he was okay with it, like twice. He said fine, and then
Have it on video. Everyone saw that he consented to it.
so I let them know that yeah, there are forces out there that can magically compel fear into someone to force them to run, which is technically what you and whom I know was Hilarious did.
That'll work.
I also called out the dude who was like stalking you.
There's a dude stalking me?
Yeah, it stole his phone.
Wait. What?
I'll show her the video.
Also, we now have access to their entire Discord where they're talking about both the bands and all their various ideas, kind of citywide, as well as all the websites that they use to talk about us too. I managed to sweet talk that information out of them.
It's a public Discord. That was you could have found it.
It's
Some
a
Google
puppet
searches.
Discord.
Well, yes, but we didn't know about it until now.
Yes.
We didn't think to search Nebraska Olympus Band Fest 2021.
Good.
Yeah.
You did find the information, but it's not like it was hidden on the dark web or something where you really had to
yeah.
hack to find it.
But we now have access to it because it was kind of not openly advertised. But yeah, I sort of gave all that info to Talarius. Kind of figured, Merry Christmas.
Let's not advertise that we're on it. That could
Oh,
go unfortunate.
Well, that's why the what I used was one of my old dummy accounts when I still, was
You.
yeah, me.
Okay.
Crisis averted, really.
I'm impressed. Robert, you didn't have to adult them out of something?
No, be fair, I didn't have to do anything.
Although your presence did help. I saw quite a few look back and saw you just calmly sipping something back there. You're like, look at this bastion of calm and serenity.
It's
Behold
like,
the grace. Behold the splendor.
Behold the big gun that he carries with him.
Robert
If you're
Patronus-
lucky, he shoots you with it. Most of the time, he just beats you with it.
It's not actually a gun, it's just a gun-shaped cudgel.
Yeah.
Robert's Patronus is a capybara.
Oh
Yes.
no.
Yes.
I mean, I can see it, but
Supremely unbothered.
basically.
They are friend-shaped.
Yeah.
Okay. Where does that leave us?
Uh,
Have we
That's
gotten
a
any?
That's some goodwill. What we got back.
Yeah. No.
Hmm.
Let's. Do we want to maybe keep doing something like that, like a AMA? That's what they call it, right?
Yes, that's what they call it.
well, my thought process, and Talarius,
Oh,
you're
no.
better at you bet. Really, Sasha?
Just leans back. No, go on.
He gooses her nose for that one. Anyway, Talarius, you know more about
Yeah,
this than
much
me.
better.
But my thought process was what I've kind of been laying brickwork for here is sort of reasonable doubt.
Yeah.
And then we use that to help turn a little bit of the negativity off, so to speak. I mean, there's nothing that's going to change that. Yes, we're gone. That's something we're just going to have to own up to.
Yeah, we do.
But what I was thinking, honestly, my plans. Anyone's free to correct me. We say, hey, we're not doing it to dodge the problem. We're gone because we're being lured away from the city, specifically, so these problems can happen while we're gone, as it seems to have been happening. I kind of worked a little bit of that in that crowd in front of Sasha's grandparents' shop. Played a little devil's advocate there, got a few people talking. They did admit that there's a few people on this Discord that also think the same way. That like, hey, maybe this is a lot of coincidences that don't add up, kind of a thing. So we have a little bit more people in our corner than we thought. In our corner, more like in the middle of the ring, I suppose. We worked some goodwill here. We left them all thinking. Considering how fast you rushed up here, Sasha, were they saying anything? Did you happen to go by them?
They honestly looked confused, which confused me. That
Okay.
is refreshing.
You know, when you have like a therapy session and you just kind of like,
You're left questioning your life choices.
yes,
Yeah, they did kind of have that appearance.
Okay.
I mean, none of you've gone to therapy before.
No, but I've been told I need it, so maybe after all this.
I just never agreed to go. So yeah, that's what I was thinking is we could start, slowly weaving in just a little bit of reasonable doubt. Earn back just a little bit of that goodwill so we can move a little bit more freely in the city. Any other thoughts, ideas? You know how my plans usually go.
I like it.
Yeah, I'm good with it for now.
It had a remarkable lack of explosions. I'm fine with it.
I mean, I can fix that.
No, no more explosions.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Okay.
Just reasonable doubt. We're gonna have to work on reasonable doubt. Just to make sure that we all agree what is considered reasonable doubt, because someone's perception of it's probably gonna be way different from someone else's.
I mean, mine is probably so heavily skewed off the deep end from you all that I'm not even going to attempt to put my spin on that.
Sure.
I mean, I've not exactly hidden it from you all. I come from a criminal background. My version of reasonable doubt is I totally wasn't there when that guy was ripped in half. I didn't do it. Do you see his blood on my hands? No. Nobody knows that I hired the guy, etc.
Sure.
I don't think we have to go quite that extreme.
He pats Sasha
I
on the
hope
back.
not.
Sorry, I forgot how to breathe for a second to swallow there. Funny.
Sometimes that air goes down the wrong path.
Yeah, breathing's hard, man.
So what's step 2 to this then? We have step 1 is what we're gonna do. How do we implement this? Do we just go about our lives just being
Do we just make ourselves a lot more visible?
That's one
Actively
thing.
patrol?
That's one thing that Dad said is no matter what happens next, don't leave the city. Well, Dad, Grandpa. It was one of them.
Secretly, it's both.
Dun dun dun. I considered that as a plot twist, but I decided not to go with it.
Aww.
I mean, honestly, Connor, like, there's some part of Connor's mind that's going, is Grandpa really just one of Dad's demons?
Like 5 of
then why did he get his
Wukong's
ass whooped
demon.
by why did he get his ass whooped by Kim?
Because
Has
he
to act
knows
like
how
a
to
human.
maintain cover.
Yeah,
he's a
to maintain
professional.
cover. So he didn't just absolutely beat Kim's ass.
A professional. He might be a fool, but he's also a professional.
He's a professional fool. But yeah. But it's just stay in the city, make sure we keep on top of things. Partly why I got that information for you, Talarius, so we can sort of keep a thumb on the pulse of the city a little bit more.
It's easy for me to keep a thumb on the pulse of the city when I can just look outside.
Well, yes, but now we have citywide communication at our fingertips, so to speak.
Fair. And as they're speaking, Tularis would have gone through the process of making a dummy Discord account and getting into that getting into that Discord server.
I am using a stretch, even though I'm not on Twitch right now.
Right, I think I might have you.
Please do. Ow, my back.
We are all old, happy listeners.
Yes.
Yep.
And
Except
I have
for-
arthritis.
So do I.
There we go. I've
Thank
got to use these
you.
points somehow.
Appreciate it. Oh, ow.
Alright, so
Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
So we get into the Discord, like
I'm already in
peeking over the screen. Anything fun?
Oh,
Oh.
there's lots of,
Conspiracy theories.
yeah, there's
Which one
several
of us is an alien?
there's several channels for conspiracy theorists or theories. Both bands have kind of a fan channel. There's lots of pictures of, where you popped up in the news or whatnot. There's breakdowns where they're comparing individual members of the band.
Which one of us is S tier?
It's definitely Connor.
There's a not safe for work section with some, Rule 34 art of
No!
of the different people in the bands. You probably don't want to spend much time there.
How much of it's about Connor?
Oh, Connor looks like he's chiseled out of granite. It's absolutely all about Connor.
Yeah, there's a fair
Weird
amount about
stuff.
Connor. There's also some slash fic. Connor and Chad,
yeah.
Connor and Kim.
Enemies to lovers, yes.
It's a Sephiroth Cloud kind of fan fiction going on here.
I mean, it's any combination of stuff you can think of. Nobody's
Such as,
drugged the animals into it, thankfully. But other than that,
So, yeah.
it's a very active room.
Hey, we're gonna mute that channel.
It's a
For all
very
of our-
You're gonna mute that channel.
It's
I
a-
am.
It's a very active room.
Such as like I need many adults.
But there's
They're all
a
adults.
lot of there's a lot of more serious ones.
Yeah.
Whoever set the Discord up was clearly trying to cover like the entire spectrum.
Oh, they're
You know,
memes.
the Discord is actually just set up about the scions of the city. But yeah, there's corners of that Discord set up for the weirdos.
That's every Discord.
Yeah.
But you do find the room, some of the conspiracy talk rooms, where you do have the people, a group of people that speak more in y'all's defense.
Every now and again, not immediately when they say something. Every now and again, I'll just use the reply feature when someone comes to our defense. Like, yeah, this guy's right.
Or just give him like a thumbs up emote.
But and one of them is noted, user Bad Penny, has noted that that you taking care of some stuff in the town first. Then you went out of town to All's Good, but that was to handle something there, and then you went out to Europe, and they mentioned some of the stuff that went on in Belgium. I'm trying to think of anything. There's links to like all the videos that Talarius has put up, that other people have put up, like the fight in China, the sparring match that Connor was involved in China. That's up,
So if Talarius is always recording, never mind, because we were the only ones in there, so they would know it was us if you posted.
Yes, that's why I'm not like. That's
So
why.
never
I'm not-
mind.
Yeah, it's a good idea, but not right now.
Yeah.
For the B-roll.
The temptation is there to do one of those like protesters destroyed with facts and logic type Ben Shapiro type videos.
Let's not inflame things.
Based on the use of this Discord, it does seem like the Varangian band has the better reputation.
Naturally.
But of course, they're not the ones that got the news slamming them every chance they get.
Mm-hmm.
While y'all are checking it out, a new post goes up in a room that's dedicated to weird happenings just in the city.
The most active channel next to the not safe for work one.
It's pretty active, yeah, because a lot of weird stuff goes on. You've got somebody's recording from a phone on a boat in the lake, and there's this just big ripple in the water. It sends all it ripples out, enough that it rocks the boat these people are on.
Mm-hmm.
And you kind of got what the hell is that? This, that, and the other. Followed up by another report of an abandoned boat was found just floating out in the lake. And they can't find the owners or anybody. There was nobody on the boat. They can't find. Game and Wildlife couldn't contact the owners.
I'm gonna hazard
To the water?
guess. I'm gonna hazard a guess and say the sirens are probably hunting out in the water now.
Well, whatever made that ripple was bigger than a siren.
That's true.
Of course, this is two
Kraken.
separate events, but
A large whale.
But what if it's a kraken?
One of those rare freshwater whales.
Fresh.
It got lost and ended up in Nebraska.
Mm-mm-mm.
I wonder if the Great Lakes can support whales.
They are pretty deep.
They are.
But is there enough?
Yeah, I don't know if
Stuff
there'd be
for a
enough
filter feeder.
food. No, it would have to be more like sperm whale or orca, which is technically a dolphin.
Yeah. But then you've got to have enough stuff for them to hunt.
Exactly. So
Of
probably
bigger
not.
stuff.
Maybe like a small porpoise.
Drop an Amazon River dolphin in there, see how it does.
Not
Poorly
well.
because of the temperature difference.
Not well.
I was gonna say
Immediately
mm,
dies of hypothermia.
It's like, oh yeah, it's cold. You betcha.
It would handle swimming in the fresh water better. You know, salt water, your buoyancy is better in salt water. So,
Mm.
Do we want to go down to the water?
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Did they say? Can we tell where it is based off the video?
the ripple was, if you look on the map, kind of east of the bridge.
It's like here-ish.
Hang on, I got a character sheet. By the way, flash.
East of the bridge. Wait, is the yellow the bridge or which bridge?
Oh,
It's
the yellow line there is the main road. That's the big bridge. Down
So
here
east
is a
of the
little
bridge?
that's the bridge. Down here is like the railway bridge.
Okay,
Okay.
the bridge where we dropped bodies.
Oh, it's hard to see. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
What
it's
do you
very
mean,
faded
we?
out. I'll be honest. On the actual map that I stole, I don't know if that's supposed to be a railroad bridge or if that's supposed to be a tunnel under the. Who knows?
For our purposes, it's a railroad bridge.
Correct. If any of us ever go to Dundee, Scotland, we can check and see. But other than that, that's where I stole the map. But
Could be a ferry.
I don't know if they put that on a map or not. Guess it makes sense.
Either way.
All right, so y'all are heading to the shore.
What
Yep.
time of the day?
It's probably 7 or 8. It's probably getting dark now. Based on the video must have been taken an hour or two earlier. You know, the sun was still good enough. It was still plenty of light.
Shall we?
Let's do it.
I'm
Well,
bringing the
that's
dog. Alligator. Pet. Paps the smoochum.
Y'all load up. As you leave, there are no protesters outside Tolaris's.
Facts and logic.
Yay.
How long that'll last? Who knows? But for the moment,
Yeah.
Mm.
A respite is a respite.
I forgot what it was like when it was quiet.
No, are you going to miss them? I mean, I can stand down at the bottom of your window and yell.
Absolutely not.
Sam was like, "Does that mean I can take the monitor out of the window now?"
Yeah, it's probably fine.
You hear him moving it around.
Thanks, buddy. We'll be back. If it's a giant whale, I'll make sure to get some fish for you.
He makes no comments to that, like he doesn't know how to respond to that. So y'all load up, presumably in Robert's truck. As you take off, Sasha and Connor, you get a text from Penelope. With links to the video that you've seen. And the text is basically, have you seen this?
Connor will text back. Yeah, we have. We're heading that way now.
What? She might know we're on the Discord now if that's the only place it's been posted.
That's true.
Don't send that.
May
Sasha
I
would
am
have
in.
said that before she send.
Yeah, and he'll delete. And I was like, he'll go, well, I'm looking at it now.
She's like, we're moving in to investigate. We'll let you know if we find anything. Do likewise. If you're going to look into it, let us know what you find.
Understood. Connor will be in the bed of the truck with Shauna. Just scritch.
We're gonna fight. Are we gonna fight?
Potentially. Right now, we're gonna go investigate. We're doing the part that happens before the fighting, if the fighting starts. It's a part of it. You're gonna have to deal with it.
Boring.
Well, yeah, but that's also life. Not everything is a fight.
It's a struggle, but it's not a fight.
Yeah.
All right, so y'all get to the shorefront. What's y'all's plan here? Well, we're about to wrap up, but
We don't have a plan. You've came with us for.
Mm-hmm.
Commandeer the ship and just ride out like nothing happened.
there's a few little boat docks that, one or two of them might still be able to go in and rent a boat.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking the one that was abandoned.
It probably got towed back and is being investigated.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. Then yeah, we'll just rent one. Just head out.
So yeah, y'all load in the boat, y'all take off. Oh, by the way, the video Penelope sent you, the link actually went to like a Facebook post somebody had made.
Okay.
Apparently the one she sent you was the one with the big ripple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, apparently whoever was filming that posted it on Facebook, and then it got posted to the Discord later. So.
Gotcha.
Still. They think we're morons, let them think we're morons for a little bit longer.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, y'all head out into the lake. You've been out there 30 minutes or so, and you start hearing some singing.
Motherfuckers.
Immediately, I'm going to imbue a legend, use a blessing for the complication negation.
Okay. It seems to be coming from like all around you.
And I will say that only works for me, so the rest of y'all might want to do it too.
I'm vibing.
Also, there seems to be a fog rolling in, which is not normal.
Oh boy, it's horror movie time.
Yep.
Is this Crystal Lake, guys?
I hope not.
I don't think he would do. I don't think he would do too well against you.
No,
Probably
no,
not.
he would.
I mean, Sasha, he'd stab the crap out of course.
Because, yeah,
course.
Sasha just is magnetic towards knives. It's been proven. Science.
But if you look at movies where he
Mage.
dealt with other supernatural stuff, he never did well against it, really. I mean, Freddy
Him
whipped him
versus-
in one of his fights.
Him versus Connor, punching bag. He doesn't die. That's great.
So that's where we're at. The fog is rolling in around your little boat.
Mm-hmm.
They're singing out in the fog. The water is becoming more turbulent, which is also odd on the lake.
I hate it.
Be sure. I'm sure you're a good note taker, so I'm sure you've already written down the that you've used your Marvel or whatever. But just make sure you jot that down so we don't forget next time.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna wrap here. Hope everybody enjoyed it. We had that little snafu in the middle there, but we got back and
It'd be
running
like
pretty
this
quickly.
sometimes.
Technology, man.
Works great until it doesn't. So we will be out next week. Deca, what else is coming up this week on Dire Bear?
All right, we've got tomorrow. Got Scotland Knights with JT. Thursday we've got a Knights Ransom with Maddie. Nothing on Friday. Saturday we have the Stolen Cities with Alex, and Sunday we have Varenheim with Trail. Mondays the Troubleshooters with Cap, and then we're back here on Tuesday.
We're so close to having everyday field. So close.
I don't know if that's what we want, but you know,
Yeah.
if you wanna do it. Go in the Discord. Talk about it. Someone will let you in, probably.
More than likely. So anyway, that's I guess that's us for tonight.
Yeah.
Hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope we'll see you next week.
Out in a boat
Bye.
in the middle of fog.
What could
Being serenaded.
possibly go wrong?
This is the worst version of Kiss the Girl there ever was.
Oh my god.
All right, everybody, wait while I find my ending button.